I hate doing intros, but what's good, YouTube? Karma with another video. Today we're going to be starting season 2 of Karma TV with 2v2 matchups. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the whole spiel. But let me get up out of here. Peace.
Match number 1, we got Asuna and Kirito versus Shinobu and Tamayaka. Yeah? Tamayaka? Tomiyaka. It's not like Togepi. I'm like motherfucking Tamagotchi. Alright, but yeah, like, who would y'all have in this fight? This will be a funny fight, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You see, what's weird about this is that, like, if we're using like sword arts, like the actual game's physics, they kind of move at like a light speedish type thing. So I feel like in that defense, Asuna and Kirito should have it. But if we're just talking about like like if they weren't in the game, they're definitely getting slapped by Shinobu and Tomioka. Like, what's that?
So I feel like we have to put them in the game, or it's just foolish not to. But I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I agree. I think Kirito and Asuna, even if it's just the first season, I think they have to. They move at light speed too. Well, do they move at light speed? I can't tell.
What, in Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
No, Demon Slayer. They do not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, so Kirito
not
and,
these two. No,
Kirito
I'd say
should solo.
Yeah, I was about to say these two probably move at like a very fast speed, but it's not comparison to light like Zenitsu. Zenitsu probably would
so
be
Zenitsu's moving at light speed.
Because the thunderclap move, if he actually like gets it off in time, is light speed.
So what you think, Khalil? Who would you have in this fight?
As much as I really don't want to say it, I have to give it to Kirito and Asuna, even though Asuna's been made into a housewife. Fight me over that. I really want the Demon Slayer to win because again I don't like sword art, but I gotta give credit where it's due. Yeah, they're just much faster, and then Kirito's like broken. This man has so many buffs and amps and all that stuff, and then he just I never seen anything like it. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
He is a dual beater too, so.
Yeah, this is a funny one. And you got anything to add to this one, or what you think of the results? Why you think the results are like that?
I feel like this was more so like a popularity thing. I feel like people don't really know who Asuna is. Or is it how you say her name? I'm not sure. But I feel like people pick Demon Slayer because Demon Slayer is the more popular anime outside of Sword Art, because Sword Art gets a lot of hate. Stuff like that's the reason why the results are the way they are. But I feel like if we go from show to show, I feel like Kirito definitely is doing way more crazier things than what they're doing. Unless people read the manga and they're going on based off of stuff in the manga, but again, I don't think it's that much different.
I think Demon Slayer is just about done in there. If they're not at light speed yet, they're toast. But nah, I definitely agree with you. You know how these polls go. It always turns into the popularity contest. But
a lot closer,
at least we all on the same page with this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We got Uraraka and Deku versus Misaka and Accelerator from a certain magical index. Who do y'all have in this one? And I guess you could take this one away. Or Amari, actually. This is your domain.
My domain here, yeah.
What you think of these results?
You know, it's funny because I do think, once again, it's also a number of, I wouldn't even say, I guess it is popularity. I mean, it makes sense that Deku and Uraraka won, because not that many people really know magical certain index, but I mean, a certain magical index, but the show is actually pretty good. All in all, though, I definitely would still give it to Deku and Uraraka, because Deku's one-for-all power is, like, pretty OP, especially if we want to put it into manga aspects. But I will say, if it wasn't for him, that team would be getting washed, because the other two characters are nothing to sneeze at. Like Accelerator, his ability to just use force and gravity to his whim and then Mikasa is basically like all her moves are lightning based, and she like can literally flick a coin and it will go at you at lightning speed. So Uraka would definitely get clapped if it wasn't for Deku.
It's like once you show these Superman-like characters, like once I could see the inspiration came from Superman, I already knew Deku was gonna be OP. The black whips and everything is just a cool addition, but I already knew this man was gonna be OP because the Superman complex. But yeah,
don't get me wrong though.
If what you're saying is correct, like Deku, it already is sounding like it's at that god tier. You know, he's doing his thing now, especially in the manga. I don't even think we have too much to say on this one, but 30%, dang it, wash too bad. I ain't gonna lie, we've seen worse, so congrats to us.
Actually, I got a rebut to it, to be honest.
Oh, do you? What's up?
Oh yeah, I had to do some extensive research, and from what I found, apparently accelerators can hit you with the force of a rotating planet. So I don't know if he has some kind of infinite mass punch or whatever it's got going on, but that seems to me pretty. That's much greater than anything Deku's done.
I was about to say, if Deku can get hit by blunt objects or other villains, I'm not gonna lie, Planet is killing him. So,
without a doubt, like I feel like maybe the light speed factor that Deku had is what makes him faster enough to dodge it, though. But if he gets hit, don't get me wrong, that, like I said, Accelerator is nothing to sneeze at. That's what I was saying. Like, he actually is really strong, because in their world, they basically are like quirk users, essentially.
So I guess that 30% definitely came from something, because I was wondering, it's not too, I mean, this is a wash, but that 30% kind of, it's not too bad. So I guess we'll let people in the comment section tell us their thoughts on this one. Let's move on to the next one. We got, don't even want to try her name, and Ichigo and Elizabeth and Meliodas. This is a close one. Khalil, you want to start this one off? Who you got?
Honestly, I'd have to give the nod. I'm gonna give the nod to Ichigo because we've had this discussion before, behind the scenes and all that about how ridiculous Ichigo's and Bleach character strength actually is, and I feel like he might be able to just blitz Meliodas. To be honest with you.
You think you can blitz the strong perv? That's wild.
I think Ichigo can do it, yeah.
Do you think full counter will be able to be effective in this fight, or do you think Ichigo could get out of the way of it?
Okay, that's the main factor there.
Problem. But I believe Ichigo might be able to dodge it. Ichigo's very quick. Now, I don't know exactly how fast full counter is and how quickly it reacts.
It's literally the exact same power and speed as what you throw at him. So just as fast as he could, Ichigo could attack Meliodas can send it back to him just as fast, and all he'd have to do is be able to react to it. From what I know.
Well, Ichigo,
I'm prepared.
The Ichigo's combat, he doesn't run fast enough. Don't get me wrong. But as far as his combat speed, meaning like if he were to do the Saitama side by side step thing he likes to do, he could probably dodge his own attack, because I don't think Ichigo attacks at light speed.
No,
he might be able to dodge his own move.
I would say
he's somewhere.
Step in and help him out? Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like Bleach, especially because they do like a flash step, which kind of looks like they're teleporting around, kind of how like Saitama does. So I'd say it has to be in like some mock speed thing. Obviously, we're not Death Battle here, so I'm not putting no calculations or nothing like that. But I mean, I feel like he would be quick enough to dodge his own attacks. It's just like you said, Mike, the full counter thing is if he can react to his attacks quick enough, this battle definitely would be a little more evened out than I would think, because Meliodas is also pretty durable too. My question kind of comes down to is their backup, which is Elizabeth and Orhime. Now,
Orhime.
Yeah, good job throwing in the. I see you, Omari. What's up?
That's really where it comes down to, because I haven't seen much of Seven Deadly Sins, Mike, so I don't know exactly the full scale of what Elizabeth can do to back Meliodas up, or even be in the fight too, because she's basically going into spoiler territory here. If you guys haven't seen Seven Deadly Sins, isn't she like some archangel or something like that? or something.
Yeah, so like she's like the reincarnation of the supreme deity. From what I remember of her, she's also a demigod. Not
an angel. Okay.
Oh wait,
gotcha.
Not an angel. She's a demigod.
Okay.
But she's basically like the princess of. I know it's the kingdom of Lioness, but yeah, that goddess Elizabeth is really who she is.
So how does her power
now
scale?
power-wise, like she's not. I don't think she can heal. She can't heal him, but she definitely can fight. But to be honest, it would still mostly be on Meliodas. Even when she did fight within the series, it's not like she's doing super immaculate things. She still relies heavily on Meliodas. I'm surprised Bleach won though. I kind of wanted to throw that out there since Meliodas in Seven Deadly Sins is the newer show and is on Netflix.
Well, Bleach has a very strong fan base.
Yeah,
and they're coming back this year.
Busted, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
like
still with
different
the fans and people we have a more younger audience, so I would assume they know Meliodas more than Ichigo. So, congrats to them for holding it down for so long. To be honest,
that's facts. It's a decade for them coming back.
We're gonna move on to the next one. We got Attack on Titan and Gintama. So we got pieck&porco from Attack on Titan, Kaugra and gintoki from
You said right.
Gintama. Okay. So, Amari, I think you know both of these shows the best. Who you got?
You know, it's funny. When I was looking at the polls, this was really staying out pretty even for the most part here.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I'm gonna still give it to Gintama. Aside from the fact that their show is kind of a parody in a sense, but one, Gintama alone is actually pretty strong, where he fights against a lot of big batter guys that like fight with like light attacks. And Kaugra, essentially in her world, is like sand. She just doesn't transform. She has the ability to like change her prowess in a sense too, so she can fight against really big bad enemies like Porco and Peakfinger if they were to turn into a Titan. They're basically kaiju monsters at that point in time. And Gintama's world is no stranger to that, because they fight all types of different aliens all the time.
Dang. Do you think the Titan powers or Khalil, do you know much about Gintama?
Honestly, don't. But even without that, I already know that they bodies the Titans, because the Titans aren't very durable.
Yeah, they're not.
Even
that's
the armor
true.
Titan's getting knocked on he's getting knocked around. He's the armor Titan, so that's all I can say.
Good point. Good points.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's hard to argue this one. Amari, why do you think it was so close then? And also, why do you think the Titans lost? Do you think it's just because it's fresh on their mind?
You know,
the Titans won in this poll.
Titans
Yeah,
won.
No, that's what I'm
won
saying.
here,
Why do you,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
but
Why do
so
you think
close.
they won? Is what I meant to ask.
Well, I definitely feel like Attack on Titan has a little bit more of a popularity with it being more recent too. Gintama is kind of that show, like if you know about it, you know it's a really good show, but it has a lot of depth to it too. But I mean, story-wise, Attack on Titan just has more characters that you would know of if you've seen it. But I mean, I'm surprised that the battle between these two had stayed for as long as it did. I was kind of shocked that a lot more people actually gave Gintama some votes, kind of similar to like the Accelerator Misaka thing. So it's good to see that though. Got a little more diversity.
Yeah, for sure. Good for them.
All
right.
He's getting clapped.
Yeah, I tell you, Kaugra would definitely be handling that.
Without that armor face
On
and
her back.
the guns and the people in the guns, she's getting clapped.
Because Gintama be
It's
giving
not
out
the
props
army.
to Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, so I feel like they might try to pull some strange moves from their shows to do it too.
Yeah.
I feel it. But let's move on to the next one. Speaking of One Piece, we got Genkai and Yusuke versus Boa Hancock and Luffy. Now, I ain't gonna lie. And I know
That's
I'm
tough.
biased. I got Yusuke and Genkai crushing them, but do y'all agree with the results if it's right before he fought Doflamingo?
To me, the only reason why I'm gonna say yes is because one, I haven't seen Yu enough to know. And two, I don't know what he's doing to really beat Luffy, because again, Luffy, you know, he can't do anything blunt to him. So it would be like, I just had his name. What is Yusuke there though?
Yusuke.
Doing to Luffy that's going to be able to hurt him. And it was something else.
Aside from observation hockey too.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of different forms from Luffy. You got gear 1, 2, 3, 4, and you got the hardened, like the armor on his arms, everything else. And his future sight, everything else. So it's like, I don't know what Yusuke can really do to really combat that. And then as far as Boa Hancock comes to play, I don't know how that would work, because her power only works against people with like, what's it, like a certain type of will or something.
They got a
basically attractive. Yeah, they find her
right, exactly. And I don't think that's going to work on Yusuke, to be honest. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, I think Yusuke and Genkai would win, first off, because I don't think Boa Hancock would be useful at all in this fight, because Genkai old ass don't want her. And I don't think Yusuke gonna want her either, because, you know, he got a girl, you know, he ain't cheat on her the entire season, you know, my boy loyal. But also, when we go, Yusuke, well, it ain't no spoiler alert, because that show's been over. At the end of the series, Yusuke is basically a demigod. I do think that Luffy's gear powers would help him, but I don't think that gear 3 is even at the speed and feet of demigods. Now, I'm sure where they are in One Piece right now, Luffy's probably faster than Yusuke. But I still don't think that he's strong enough to beat him. Because we gotta also keep in context, like, you were going in and out of Mari, but also keep in mind that Yusuke also trained in the demon world for what, 2 years? To basically get to the point of being a S tier demon, a S class demon, which is the demigod demon. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think Luffy could keep up with that. That's just me right now, though. Amari, Khalil, what y'all think?
So I'm with Ant. I've seen a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho. I haven't seen towards the end, but I remember you being very adamant and kind of explaining that before. Where One Piece is, obviously, I'm not all the way up to episode 1000, but I do know both Boa and Luffy are a lot faster and stronger than where they're at right now. I know, like, Boa is able to move at a much faster.
But remember, we put him right before the Doflamingo fight.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So right now, if we're just having them go against like Yusuke with all of that, I just feel like the amount of pressure to the attacks and speed would, Boa would get knocked out by both Yusuke or Genkai, one or the other. Luffy, like, the observation haki would only be able to get him so far if he can dodge it. Because like I said, you can always foresee an attack, but if your body can't react to your foresight, it doesn't matter. So if you're saying Yusuke is that fast, I feel like eventually Luffy's gonna get hit by like these spirit blasts. Cause like Yusuke may punch him and it may not, you know, do that much damage, but like he can still get hurt by energy blasts. That still can hurt Luffy. So I feel like Yusuke should definitely get those. Yusuke and Genkai.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to give the nod to Yusuke and Genkai. But I mean mostly to Yusuke, because like Amari said, you know, Luffy, he can take blunt force and all that, but Yusuke's a bit more than that. Like, I feel like even if he does like hit Luffy with a punch, he's just gonna turn his fist into shotgun and he's gonna light Luffy up on the inside.
Yeah.
So I just don't see this happening. Plus, Luffy, he could turn on the gears and he could try to evade for as long as he can, but Luffy, just like Goku, has stamina issues. And once he uses his gear and he exhausts himself, he's no good. Yusuke, he doesn't really get tired.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This man, Yusuke, don't have stamina issues, bro. Especially by the end of the show, this man is going all out against the strongest demons in the world. No stamina issues popped up at all.
To be planetary.
Yeah. So,
we don't see them do anything to the planet, but that's just, we got to go by what the author says. If he says that they blow the planet, then hey. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, Genkai told Yusuke before he trained in the demon world for 2 years. Genkai told Yusuke that he was strong enough to kill everybody in the planet Earth, and that's why Yusuke went to the demon world voluntarily. So then he trains for 2 years. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's over for Luffy. At least from what I saw, even after the Doflamingo fight, I think Yusuke is taking this one. But it's nice to see it was closer. I thought this was gonna be like a 70-30 type wash. So let us know what y'all think down below. Who do y'all have in these matchups? Which one did we miss, or which one did we get right? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know the whole spill, and catch us in the next video. Peace.